Howdy everybody, and Happy New Year's! Thank God 2020's done. Or at least, it will be when you watch this. Right now, it's still 2020 for me. I'm just recording this ahead of time. But yes, I decided to start a new tradition. We'll see how it pans out depending on my mood and viewership. But I decided to do a year-end review, where I review all the major Let's Plays that I have completed in 2020. I'm not going to talk about LPs that I am currently doing. Basically, Wonderful 101, Starship Armada, and I Have the Beholder, because they're not done yet. And they probably won't be done until 2021. So, yes, those won't be talked about. The ones I have completed in 2020, basically starting from Echo the Dolphin, skipping Metal Dead because it was still in 2019, and through all the rest of these, we'll be talking about, and I'll show some footage so that way people be like, oh my god, this is just crap, how dare you, this is just a picture, I'm upset. But anyway, let's get this thing started so this video isn't too goddamn long. We're going to start with the hell that was Echo the Dolphin. Yes, Echo the Dolphin. I'm just showing the... Yes, you're going to see text too. I'm going to have this muted because I'm going to have music going on, but yes, Echo the frickin' Dolphin, which drove me mad to no goddamn end because of some of the retro difficulty. Keep in mind, I'm not saying Echo the Dolphin was a bad game. It was not. It was a very good game. It just, I suck at platformers. And this was really difficult. I still like the setting. I still like the I forgot what I was talking. I like the setting and the story and all that. I love the graphics and everything. Definitely one of my top favorite Sega Genesis games, despite the difficulty, because I love the setting. Of course, we all know my favorite top Sega Genesis game is definitely going to be frickin' Phantasy Star 4. I might stream that one day, because I certainly don't have the time to Let's Play it. All the grinding. I actually don't remember that much grinding in the game. I don't know. Might do a quick test playthrough at some point, just on my own, just to see if I can get to it. You know, I'm not gonna have time for that crap. You know I ain't gonna have time for that crap. That's why I stream. To have reasons to do games like that. But yes, like I said, I enjoyed Echo. I kind of. I was still glad it was done. The whole last area was frickin' hell. Frickin'. You know what? Here, we're gonna go right to the thing. I'm gonna show you right here. All that! All this! All of this! All of that! That was hell! Pure, unadulterated hell! That was so horrible. That was so horrible. Let's go right to this right here. That thing! I hated you! So much of a cheap boss, even an invincibility couldn't beat it. I don't like you. I don't like that one. Yes, I died well over 150 times because of that motherfracker. Rest of the game, fine. The final area, someone ought to be punching the goddamn face. I guarantee you. But still, not a bad game. Not a bad game. Glad I got it out of my way. Metal Dead was completed in 2019. We're not going there. Titan Souls! That one was a very interesting game. Again, I picked it because, well, actually, there's two reasons to pick it. Actually, three. One was, I think I got this, someone either gifted this to me, or I got it for free, when they had, like, for a free sale. Two, Devolver Studios. I love Devolver Studios. And three, I love the graphics. Let me just skip ahead here and show you. See the graphics. 8-bit, 16-bit type of style. I love that. I love the areas and everything. But again, it's one of those games where you have to think. And we all know, next to my reaction skill, thinking ain't my strong suit. I'm a very reactionary person. I don't know how to think very well. And this game was very, very difficult. In a game where if you get one hit and you die, and you fight some bosses that literally take several hits to beat. But still, wasn't a bad game. I still liked it. A lot of people would think it's a bad game simply because of how it is, but I'm like, no, it wasn't. it was not a bad game. It's just memorizing the patterns, and then you see, memorizing the patterns, and then surviving. Let's see, right here. Let me see. How many times did I die? I think I died well over like 200 times. I can't remember how many times I died. I honestly can't remember how many times I died. It was a lot. I know it was a lot. Yeah, over 260 times! Yes! This was hell. But I beat it. I think my skills improved just a little bit for it. I loved the music and everything. I thought it was another good game. Let me come on to this. We come on to this. This game, which is still, I don't even know if this game. I don't know if this game is still free on the App Store. I don't know. I really don't know if it's still free on its App Store, Steam. But oh boy, it's one of those ones that when you start playing, you think, this is a good game, I like this. And then as you progress, you start finding issues. Oh, a few glitches, that's fine. And before the end of it, you're going, was Bethesda involved in this? Was Bethesda involved in this? Can someone tell me, was Bethesda involved in this? Because by the end of the game, it was so goddamn glitchy, it wasn't even funny. The fact I had to cheat in order to get the best ending is ridiculous. For educational use only. Yeah. No, you can't get no one to buy this once they found out what's going on with it. Even the controls were a little bit weird. It was so unoptimized and janky. The later you went in the game, it's one of those ones I was at the end of it not happy that I played it. I completed it, but I am not happy I did it. It's one of those ones where it's like, I probably could have picked a far better game. It had promise. The game had a lot of promise in it. A whole lot. Yeah, this is where I'm complaining about all the jingles and issues. But it's like it had a lot of promise to it. But then when they released it, they didn't test it at all. They just said, it's fine, let's release it. And it's like, that's what kills it. That's what kills it so much. So yes, I was not happy to play this game. I was not happy to play that. A Wonder was not wonderful. It was complete and utter hell. Then we move on to a strange game. A game that I enjoyed, but one is like, why is this a part of the Clock Tower? But then again, the whole goddamn Clock Tower series was just fragging weird. Let's get back to the game later. The whole goddamn series. The first game. Well, actually, there's 4 games. There was the first game, Clock Tower on the Super. Not bad. Little difficult because it was basically there's no saves, so if you screw up, you gotta do the whole thing again. But then again, that was the whole Super Nintendo and NES era. Then you had Clock Tower on the PS1. My favorite part of the series. And your Clock Tower 2 is like, how is this connected? You just used the name Borrows, that was it? And then this one. And it's like, the only connections were big old Clock Tower and the final boss being Lord Borrows. And if you complain about spoilers, I'ma slap you. I'ma slap you. Go watch my playthrough, god dang it. But still, I was happy I played it. I was happy I finally beat it myself, because up until my playthrough here, I had never beaten it myself. When I tried playing it, I always had to have Mary beat it. She was the one who could beat this thing with no problem. She unlocked everything by herself and was proud of it. Whereas I couldn't beat the final boss. I couldn't. So I'm proud that I beat this one, and I'm actually proud that, you know, it was part of her collection, because now it's part of my collection. But I'm proud that I got a chance to actually beat this, so I'm very happy for it. It's a good game. Should it be a part of a Clock Tower game? Hell no. They change a few names, unlink it from the universe, make it its own game. I think they were basically just selling it by including it as Clock Tower. It's like, oh, this will sell better if you put it as Clock Tower. And yeah, while you may have made it sell better, you did you did kind of ruin the series as a whole by including it. So it's something you really shouldn't do. You know, shouldn't just throw a random game into a series and say, oh, this is part of the series, because you're killing the series as a whole when you do it. Should it have been a Clock Tower game? No. Was it still a good game? Yes. So yes, I was very happy I played Clock Tower. Very happy. Where the hell am I? Okay, Clock Tower. Command the Conquer Red Alert, a game that took me almost the entire year to do because I was doing it only on Sundays, because each episode, well, almost every episode, took about an hour and such to do. And in the beginning, it was quite stressful because, you know, you're trying, you know, even in the middle and the end, it was a little stressful for me because I'm juggling multiple units. I'm trying to conduct multiple raids on enemies and whatnot, and it was still difficult for me. But did I enjoy it? Yes, it's a good game. It's definitely a good game. I've already went over that. I think my favorite factions is Japan and the Soviets. Very difficult between the two. There's my favorite general right there. It's just he's so goofy. I love Dolphin. But I like both of them. I would love to have combined the Soviets and the Empire with some other units. I loved it. But I liked the game. The game as a whole, I liked it. It was difficult as hell, but I liked it. Graphics are good. Music, I loved it when you could tell you were starting to win a battle when you started hearing Hell March play. You're like, oh yeah, we're doing it now. We're whooping butt now. I loved it. I am very happy that I played it, you know. I think it may have improved my RTS ability a little bit, and also has encouraged me to look up other RTS games to play on Sunday. Because, well, I need something for Sunday, and it's a lot easier just to pick an RTS game that'll take a while to complete than it will to have to find a random one-shot to play or record Final Fantasy. And I stopped recording Final Fantasy because, well, it wasn't really getting many views. I just kind of said, okay, this is not getting views, I need to stop this. And, yeah. So all in all, I was happy to have played this game. Again, go check out my playlist, watch it for yourself. Don't consider me a walkthrough guy. Don't say, hey, this guy got play it. Maybe see if I can watch him. Don't watch your walkthroughs. I'm a mess. I am a mess at this mess. Don't watch me. There are people out there who are pros at this. I'm playing on easy, mind you. There are other people who are playing this on the hardest difficulties and are beating it. No, don't look at me. Don't look at me. But still, I was happy to this one. Oh boy. This one. The Pony A Doomsday. Oh Lord, this one. Everyone, including me, loved the original Deponia game. Deponia, the Complete Journey, which had like 3 or 4 games in it. We all loved it. The story and everything was Rufus being as goofy as hell. But this one had that very contentious ending. That, despite the fact he tried his best to be a good person and switch everything around, he still loses in the end. And everybody's like, well, it kind of fits. He's an idiot. He deserves it. And I'm like, he was growing as a person! And he still doesn't get it. And I'm just like, it hurts, you know? I actually became emotionally invested in the game, in Rufus! And What's the call this vehicle? The Edward Snowman. I know what they meant there. But still, the puns were hilarious. Still a great game. I still would love a sequel that at least gives him a somewhat decent happy ending. I would like to punch a certain pachyderm in the face. I hate elephants now because of this game. I hate elephants now. I will look at elephants with disdain now. Are you an alien from another planet? I'll slap you in the face. But still, like I said, I enjoyed the game. I encourage people to go over and buy it. Again, do not treat my gameplay as a walkthrough. It's a playthrough. It's not a walkthrough because I suck. But still, I like it. Then we go to another point-and-click game that I enjoyed, and I played simply because of the goddamn visuals. Machinarium. The visuals, the music especially. I especially loved one of the tracks in the game. I actually loved all the tracks. One of them, I actually burned one of the tracks into a relaxation CD that I listened to at night to help me sleep. Because yes, I can't sleep in silence. I need music. Shut up. But I enjoyed the visuals. I enjoyed the whimsical atmosphere of the whole thing. Because it's whimsy. Yeah, so like he's a little kid robot trying to save his friend and get back at the evil group that hurt him and tried to ruin the city. And I loved it. The story is you had to pay attention. No one really talked. They asked what, and he's like, the hell was this? What are you mumbling about? And there was never really any words or anything. It was just more or less you had to figure out through the little pictograms over their head, like, oh, this is what happened. This is why he's here. And this is what I need to do. And I liked it. It was difficult for me. I think the worst part of the game was the whole checkers part, because that went based on the computer's AI, and 9 times out of 10 the computer was going to beat the living crap out of it. I hated it. I hated that puzzle. Rude freaking robot there. But I hated that puzzle, because that one was trial. That was you had to rely purely on luck for that. There are some people who still haven't beat that puzzle because of how difficult it is. But I love the atmosphere, the music, and everything. This is definitely another game that I encourage people to buy. And I know someone's asking, why aren't you concluding all your one-shots? Not because they're one-shots. They're one-shots. I'm not going to conclude those because there's way too many. And usually a one-shot is such a short game that's like you play it, and most of the time it's completely forgettable. And you're like, never going to think about it again. I think about a few of them, but I don't really care. Because they're one-shots, so I'm not going to worry about them. But anyway, we move on from Machinarium to Condemned Criminal Origins. This one was an interesting game. I liked it, but I played most of the game on a harder difficulty, only for at the final level have to drop it down to easy in order to beat the final boss, because my skills, the fighting part of this game I consider the weakest part, because it was so difficult for me. The gunplay was fine, but it's just the rest of it was just so difficult for me. The way the fighting was handled, the way you had to swing and block and all that, just is what made it so difficult to do. So I thought that part was the weakest, but the rest of the game I thought was fine. The story was fine, and the fact that I actually own the sequel on my 360, but I haven't played my 360 in ages, so I don't know if I'll ever be able to do the sequel, which sucks. But then again, the sequel is completely different. The only other weird thing I had about this game was, if you looked at all the characters look so blocky. It's like everyone in this world was on steroids, like the characters in what was that game? Gears of War. All the people in that world had steroids and were just big and bulky. That's what all the characters in this game looked like. They were huge and bulky. Even the one female character you met in the game, and the several female enemies fought, even they looked so bulky. It was ridiculous. So it felt weird. But still, overall, I liked the game. I wish the combat would have been fixed a little bit more, but yeah, still wasn't a bad game. Just a little frustrating at parts. Only 18 parts though, and I died a whole lot. I know I died a whole lot. I forgot how many times I died in this game. If I still have it, let's see if I can find it. Let's see. Oh god, there's the death list for Titan Souls as hell. I died 59 times in Wonder, in case you're wondering. I only died 4 times in Clock Tower. Word alert, I failed 10 times. Condemned? Oh. I died only 40 times in Condemned. That's interesting. I only died 40 times in Condemned. That's surprising. I thought I died more, but still. Then we go on to, 2 games that actually were in the same universe, but were different games. Kane and Stasis. I loved both of these because of the setting, the story, the atmosphere. I love these games. I loved how emotive everything was. It felt good to me to play this game. Despite the fact that I'm a complete idiot, I also have problems, understanding puzzles. And, sorry. I'm trying to find the words. I liked it. The whole thing I liked. I liked all of it. Even though I did play it completely out of order. You should have played Stasis first, then Kane. But I played Kane first, then Stasis. And still, like I said, it was a good game. Sad ending. As is usual for these games. This is going to be a sad ending. I'm sure you've already seen my playthrough of Stasis Bone Totem, the demo of it, which don't come out until 2022. Yes, I'm a little bitter on that. But yes, you know that one's going to have a bad ending. Someone's going to die there, and it's going to make me upset. But yeah, still, decent game. And so is its other game, Stasis. So how many did I die in Kane? No, I died once in Kane. And I died 8 times in Stasis. Stasis, I think, did better with the whole horror atmosphere and the jump scares than Kane did. Kane just had the boom, there's a jump scare, okay, we're done. Whereas Stasis had the more subtle ones. I liked it. I still think it was a good game. Again, the ending sucked. Because it was a sad ending. I hate sad endings. But still, the story was great. And the fact that they're continuing it in Bone Totem makes me so goddamn happy I can't even wait. I loved these 2 games. Both of them. Anyway, let's move on to... Yeah, let's move on to Star Trek. This game. I should have known that because this was a DOS game, there was going to be the caveats to this game. This game I died 10 times by the way. But yes, I knew. I should have known there was going to be issues. The fact that I could not beat it because someone actually told me that in order to the lower the score you get in each mission, the harder the final boss is. Basically, if I go back and get 100% on all these missions, including the first battle here, if I get 100% on each one, then the final boss will be easy. I still have yet to, because it's trial and error. It's complete trial and error. You have to get 100%. If you don't, you might as well just restart. So, am I willing to go back? I don't know. I don't know if I'm willing to go back and try again because the game was so frustrating. because of that. The story was fine. I still liked the fact that it was you had to, it was, I think this is basically where they got the whole idea for Star Trek Starfleet Academy in terms of where it controls, but they just took out the whole physical element of it, which kind of sucks because that kills a lot of the story. You're in Starfleet Academy, you're literally just running around with a ship. But still, wasn't a bad game, but honestly, they could have really fixed that to where you did the best. Okay, now the game's easy. The final boss, it kind of sucked. And being that DOS games were notoriously difficult, you know, it's on par. Like I said, I'm wondering if I'll ever go back and try and get 100%. I don't know. I left it open, so maybe I will. Maybe I won't. I really don't know. But still, if you're a Trekkie fan, I'm sure you'll like it. Let's see. Then we go on to Alone in the Dark. Oh, this was a joy to play. By the way, thanks to my buddy Ryu, he sent me the newest Alone in the Dark game. So as soon as Wonderful 101 is done, I'm going straight into that. Directly. Which is going to be fine. No, it's going to be late. Oh, you're too late. Everyone's already played this. I don't care. I'm playing at my own pace. Shut up. But I enjoyed Alone in the Dark. A few annoying little parts because, you know, I'm an imbecile. I don't understand puzzles. But all in all, I enjoyed the atmosphere. I enjoyed everything. The music and everything. The story was great. Y'all didn't hear that. I thought it was a very good game. It was a very, very good game. And the fact that I'm going to be able to play the newest one, people are going to ask, am I going to do a Machine for Pigs? I don't know. Because A, it was done by someone other than Frictional. Chinese Room did a Machine for Pigs, and the Chinese Room is more apt for doing walking simulators than actual horror games. Thankfully, Frictional is doing it did the latest Amnesia games, so there's that. So I don't know if I'll do a Machine for Pigs. I don't know, but still, I enjoyed this one. This should definitely be every horror fan's library. So yeah, let's move on here to Jotun Valhalla Edition. Another game I enjoyed, despite the fact that it was balls to the wall hard in certain battles. It involved recognizing patterns and dodging a lot. But you know me, when I'm a sucker for certain environments and certain looks and visuals, that I immediately become enthralled with a game before I've ever played it, and then I play it and realize, oh my god, this is hard. Why have I done this to myself? But the fact that it wasn't hard all the time, except for that second to last boss I did, that fire guy, he can go to hell! The rest of the game was fine. The rest of the game was fine. The story was great. The music, I love the music, especially the final boss music. And the fact that you weren't always fighting, there were areas where you're literally just exploring, just looking around, you know. Although being in the ice area, dodging that serpent, oh good lord, that scared the crap out of me. I was like, what? I did not like that. But still, another game I'm happy I played and I beat it. Am I going to go back and do all the hard extra crap? Oh hell no! You ain't gonna see me do no death run or nothing. You must be out your goddamn mind. Then we move on to Observer, which for me was bittersweet. I like the cyberpunk view of everything. I do. I liked the story. But there were issues with the game, certain issues and whatnot that made it kind of annoying, you know, like sometimes you'd have issues, like if you used your investigation stuff too long, you were starting to, I think it was lose sync or something, and you had to take a pill or something. I also don't like the fact that this was basically the last thing Rutger Hauer worked on before he passed, which sucked. Because I liked him as an actor. He was a great actor. And in fact, this was the last thing he worked on, saddens me. And they just recently released Observer System Redux, which is basically an upscaled upscaled version of the game. It's a completely different game, in that you have to buy it again to experience all these extra stuff and extra investigations. I'm like, really? I don't like that. No, don't do that. Stop that. I was annoyed with that when they did it with Dead Island. Oh, here's Dead Island. Here's Dead Island Riptide Edition. Dead Island Game of the Year Edition. I'm like, I still got the original. Why ain't I getting the free upgrades for this? Why am I gonna go buy the whole other game? Jerks. But still, I didn't like that they did that, and I'm like, it kind of frustrated me. But I enjoyed this game. I am sad that it was kind of a cliffhanger-y ending that will never be resolved. Because, my chair. Because Rutger Hauer passed away. It saddens me greatly that he's gone now, and we'll never have a good resolution to that. So yeah, that sucks, really. But still, I urge people to go and buy it if you like cyberpunk stuff. But then again, I'm talking about this during a time when Cyberpunk 2077 is out, and I don't own that game because I don't have the money to spend to buy that game, which sucks since I really want to play that game. But then I looked at my GTX 1060 3 gig and I go, can you play Cyberpunk? And I'm pretty sure it's going, no. I'm like, okay. I only have 8 gigs, so I don't have money to split around upgrading a computer. I don't. Because, I'm poor. Unless you want to donate to my Ko-fi and give me some extra money, then go right down. Links right down, description right down here. See where it's right here. Right here. Right here. See, buy me a coffee. Coffee, just give me some money. No. You only do that if you want to, okay? It's voluntary. Someone's going, oh, now you're an e-beggar. Shut up. Anyway, we're moving on to a game which actually didn't get me many views. Observer didn't get me many views either, which kind of sucks. But this one got me even less views. Siberia, which is it's another game in the vein of The Longest Journey, where it's a trilogy of games. It's a whole story that they basically wrote out and then split up into 3 games. Which, stop that. Just stop that. Don't sit there and write a story and then split it in 3 games. Because if the first game ain't going to sell well, you're not going to make the other 2 things. You're going to end the game on a cliffhanger. And that's going to end the whole series on the cliffhanger and take everyone off. But I personally liked the setting, and it's good actual graphics here. I personally liked the setting and the story about a lawyer trying to close a deal on a toy factory. I love the music, and of course, I'm a sucker for steampunk stuff, steampunk and cyberpunk. Anything punk, shut up. But I enjoyed the game, I did, but it didn't get many views, so I'm not sure if I'll be doing Siberia 2. I own it, but I don't know if I'll be doing it, which is kind of sad. I mean, maybe I might, like, in the future, just do it as a one-off. Not really a one-off, but you know what I mean. Might sometime in the future, but not right now. Not right now. But still, if you're into, like, nice little stories and whatnot, this is a good game. I would go and get it if you like it. If you don't, then, well, you can skip it. Then we go to an interesting little game. A game in which I'm not very good at stealth, and this whole game relies on stealth. Kaysir al-Wasat. A game where you're a monster trying to sneak through a palace to kill 3 guardians to make this schmuck here happy. All the while trying to find out why he wants you to kill the 3 guardians, and the whole overarching story involved. The puzzles, for the most part, I can figure out. There were a few that I'm like, okay, I'm not sure what I need to do here. And then there were some where the puzzles just weren't working right, and I just had to keep trial and erroring it until I got it to work. One moment. Okay, sorry about that. I had to clear my throat there. But yes, the story was pretty nice. And the fact that, there's all stealth mechanics, I mean, you couldn't go around and just keep murdering everyone because it would get you in trouble, made it very difficult. Because I suck at stealth. But I still like the game when I go back and play it again, like, only kill this many people for the achievement, or this many people for that achievement. Nah. I'm not going back for it. Also, in this game, in case people are wondering... Where is it? I died a total of 72 times in case you're out with sight. 72 times! Still not as many as Titan Souls, but I think I'm never going to beat Titan Souls' death record. But still, very respectable death count for someone of my lack of talent. 2 more left. And of course, they're both... Oh yeah, they're both, oh boy, they're both something, yes. We're starting with, Run Like Hell. Oh, I forgot to mention, I died 38 times with the Dolphin. I forgot to mention that. Run Like Hell? You wanna know how many times I died in Run Like Hell? 34. 34 times in suffering did I die in Run Like Hell. 34 times I died in Run Like Hell. It started off as a rather generic alien shooter, and quickly started to go downhill. With everything. Depressing story. A cliffhanger ending that will never be resolved. Because this game didn't sell well. Gee, I wonder why! The rather generic gameplay. And the fact that at almost every turn you were hearing music from Breaking Benjamin. At almost every turn. This game has gave me a newfound hatred for that band. Because they feature them so prominently in this game that it kind of kills the mood. And you're like, why are these guys playing again? Stop it, I'm tired of the music, stop! It had a few interesting ideas, like parts where you had to operate the robot to either take out an enemy or work a switch. But it was an interesting way they did the tutorial here. But still, nah. Would I be willing to go back and play this again if they ever run out of steam and put on achievements? No, and I'll slap you in the face for even insinuating that idea. No, I am never playing this again. Am I glad that it's finally done, that I never have to worry about it again? Yes, I'm very glad. Will I ever play it again? No. If there's a sequel and done by someone completely different, and done in a completely different way, yes, I'll probably play the sequel. But as it stands, I am not playing this game. Never again. And then we finally finish this whole year in review. With this game. Started out as a very interesting game. And they quickly got annoying with the whole sanity effects. The whole jankiness and weirdness of the game. And the pure fact that some of the parts I think this game was just broken. The fact that when you take the pills, it says take the pills, it's supposed to cure your sanity. No, it didn't. If you take the bottles, it did. when you died, you lost a random amount of your medicines and things. And the fact that when I beat this game, I got achievements for not using either medicine and not dying! You don't freaking believe me? Hold on, I'll bring it up and show you! Here, you see. Right here, let me just bring this up. Right there, you see it? You see it? I got both of those. Get hit by the Predator 5 times without dying, and then get Underdog, and then get God Mode. Complete the game without taking any damage. Get screamed by the gas 3 times, okay. Play through the whole game without consuming any drugs. Wait, child. Consume 100 pills. I've consumed 100 pills, I'm sure. Pick up 100 items. Okay, I know I did that. Complete the whole game without using any batteries in this game. Yeah, how did I get all of these at once? I don't get that. I really don't understand that. I completed this whole game in one sitting. It upsets me greatly. How wonky this game is. And the ending, I can see where they were going with it. You had been brainwashed to go kill a diplomat because he understood what was going on with your science and whatnot, and destroy the evidence. And you just now wake up, but it's too late and everything. But still, it's. Can I recommend Hector? No. Just like I can't recommend. Run Like Hell, I can't recommend Hector. In no way can I ever recommend Hector. There's just no way I can recommend Hector. No. I just... Especially if you have a problem with the visuals. You know, and here's the thing. I know they were trying to copy Amnesia's visuals. I know they were trying to copy those. Amnesia did it far better than this game will ever do. Now, I said I won't give a complete review to these 3 games, but I'll give us some. Wonderful 101 so far has been a decent game. I've enjoyed it. The music I still like. I'm not finished with it, so I can't give a summary judgment on it, but so far I'm enjoying it. I especially enjoy the humor and the silliness of it. I enjoyed this game. So definitely, if you look like you might like this game, go ahead and pick it up. Especially if the winter sale is still going on. Star Trek Armada. A game that had an intro that was almost 3-4 minutes long. Yeah, 4 minutes. 4 minutes long. But still, not a bad game. I'm enjoying it so far. There's like a few bugs here and there. It's an old game, so you have to finagle to get it to work. Just Google it. You should be able to find some ways to get it to work. And if you happen to find an old copy, really? Someone freaking disliked this? I'm gonna slap the taste out your goddamn mouth. But still, if you find a copy, go get it. And finally, oops. This one. This one, she's upset that I made her a dwarf. I did it for the extra constitution, Sheena. The extra constitution! But so far it's been okay, except for levels 4 and 5. They can both go to hell. But still, it's an old DOS game, so you expect it to be difficult. But I like it. Again, I can't make a summary judgment on it because it's, you know, it's not finished. But still, that's my whole year review for all the Let's Plays I have done this year. If this video does well, I might do another one for next year, for 2021. Provided we're all here in 2021, where it's how crazy 2020's been. I'm fully expecting that ball to drop, and instead of someone saying Happy New Year, a voice just comes out and goes, level 2. I'm like, well, you know what? I think I'm done. I'm just going to find the nearest cliff and jump. That's a joke. That's a joke. Stop that. It's a joke. But I hope you enjoyed this year in review of my Let's Plays. I was hoping not to make this an hour, but it is what it is. I hope our 2021 is better. The pessimist in me is saying it's not going to be. And until next, whatever I do, y'all have a good night, a good year. Sayonara. And let's all hope that 2021... Just stand up. Let's all hope that 2021 is a better year and not filled with zombies and monsters and whatnot from vaccine mutates people. Because, I just recently watched I Am Legend again. And, we all know how that went.